Okay, 25 past 7. Good morning. Welcome to the AM show. Lovely to have you along this morning. You're on 3 Magic Talk and, of course, online. As I told you here on the AM show last week, a deal on this controversial land at Ihimātao is due shortly. Could come any day. It comes at a curious time with Waitangi Day fast approaching. So what impact will it have on treaty negotiations? I think it opens a real hornet's nest. And speaking of that, when will Ngāpuhi finally do a deal? What's the hold-up? Why so long? Can we finally put this chapter behind us, or will it continue? Joining us now is one of the wisest heads in the treaty business, a former Treaty Negotiations Minister, lawyer, Chris Finlayson. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Duncan. Happy New Year, if it's not too late to say that.
It's never too late. You can do it in February, as long as it's the first time I've seen you this year, which it is. Happy New Year.
Which it is.
Happy New Year back at you. Okay, I might start with Ihimātao, the land at Auckland Airport. A deal looks like it's been done, although Winston's somewhere in the mix holding things up. What's your take on this?
Yep. Well, the devil's in the detail, and I suppose it's idle to speculate till we know the detail, but it seems to me that if people go on land and won't go off, the Prime Minister says we'll negotiate with them, and Fletcher's walk away with 45 million, having invested 24 million. Is that particularly clever? Is it a rule of law issue, quite apart from treaty settlement? So let's wait until we get the detail, but it is troubling.
And we don't need to wait to get the detail around the private property rights. I mean, Fletcher's had a private property right that was effectively extinguished the moment the Prime Minister said, right, let's negotiate.
Yeah, a bit of a concern there. I think the smarter thing would have been to have got them off the land and then said to people, well, if you want to go and deal with Fletcher's and do a private deal, good on you. If it comes within the treaty settlement framework, maybe people could be put in funds. There are, as I've told you before, outstanding claims up there, but it seems to be a bit of a sort of a dog's breakfast at the moment.
That is, because private property has always been off limits in terms of treaty settlement. So they couldn't.
It has to be.
Of course it does. Well, no, it's not now. Sorry, it's game on now, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you've got... people are saying, oh, well, it's historically very important. I can tell you, from my knowledge of treaty settlements as 9 years as minister, there are plenty of parcels of land around the country that are in private hands that are historically significant. So what's to stop a settled iwi actually approaching people and trying to do a deal? But to occupy, that's not the way we do things here.
Well, I would argue that it is the way that it was done here, and they got a result, Chris. They are going to get an excellent result.
Well, let's wait and see. I'm not going to speculate. I'll wait till the detail comes out, and then perhaps you can invite me back on.
Oh, and it'll be yes, obviously. We'll get you back for a third time. I want to talk, Waitangi Day is, 48 hours away. Ngāpuhi, did you started those negotiations 7 odd years ago. What's so difficult?
Right throughout the period, it's personalities. I think it's become the best way I'd approach it now is just benign neglect. There are a whole lot of other settlements that could be tidied up. I think the Moriori one's going to be signed up soon. Ngāti Maniapoto in the King Country, I signed an agreement in principle with them for almost 170 million. There's Mount Taranaki. There's the last outstanding one in the Taranaki region, Ngāti Maru. There's a lot of work that can be